Hello, my wonderful Cancers, and welcome to Vovo Tarot. My name is Joni Vovo, and I'm a drag artist based in Sydney's inner west. I have just recently started these online YouTube videos. I thought, why not? I'll give it a go. It's a bit daunting, but we'll see what happens. We'll see where it goes. This is the second time I've sat down to do a few recordings. So last week I did some readings for Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. So I'm now on to the next three, starting with you. So this is a general reading. If Cancer sits in your Sun, Moon, Venus, or Rising, then this is for you. So like all general readings, take what resonates, and if the stories and messages don't quite seem to fit, then that's all right. It just means it's not for you. It's for someone else watching on, or for someone else in the collective. I'm just using a standard Rider-Waite deck today, and I'll be using a Celtic cross. So we're going to look at your current situation, immediate past, future, what the cross energies are. So what problem you might be facing at the moment, or what lesson you're currently learning. We'll look at what's known about the situation, what's unknown, so what's sitting in your subconscious. We'll also look at general advice, external factors, hopes and fears, and then the most likely outcome. And remember, you do have free will. This is not fortune telling. I'm not telling you the defined future. You do have a choice. Hopefully there will be a message here for you today, and if anything, it'll just provide you some clarity and encouragement about your situation. All right, I'll just give the cards one more shuffle, and then I reckon we can get started. All right, so starting with current energy or current situation, cross energy, past, future, what's known, what's unknown, advice, external factors, hopes and fears, and then final outcome. And I may pull some clarifiers as we go, just if I feel we need to dive a little deeper at any point. All right, so let's start current energies. So we've got, if I can read it in my phone, the Six of Wands. That's pretty good. So this is success, perhaps public recognition. Maybe this is in your job, maybe this is some project you've been working on, something you've been looking to achieve, and it means you sort of have reached that point where it's come to fruition and you're being recognized for the hard work you put in, or the skill that you have, or whatever your contribution was for whatever it was you were working on. I don't know the specifics of the context. It may emerge as we continue, but that's a pretty good starting point. So I hope you're enjoying, this moment, cherishing it, and people are showing you appreciation. That's great. All right, so let's look at the past. And we've got, judgment, inverted. Okay. Well, so judgment, I mean, it sounds really heavy, and, if, like me, if you've got a bit of religious background, judgment can have all sorts of connotations that isn't quite what the tarot cards are suggesting. So judgment actually means your own personal higher judgment. It's more about having perspective on yourself and the situation. So, if you've been going through life, doing the same thing, same habits, same patterns, same cycles, judgment is that moment where you can step back, look at things and go, oh, actually, I don't have to be that person. I don't have to do things this way. I can actually do things a different way, a better way, a higher way. I like to think of it more as higher judgment. It's not the pointing finger kind of judgment. However, it was inverted. And I actually find that very interesting that it came before the Six of Wands. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know where this story's going so far, but it kind of suggests here, maybe you've just been doing the same thing over and over again. Same habits, same routines, You've been doing things with the same values, but it's led you to success. Interesting start, so we'll see where this goes. Okay, immediate future. We've got, oh, okay, maybe this is where we're headed. So we've got the Five of Wands. And so you can see here, there's a bunch of people sparring. And also, this is the Five of Wands. We've just had the Six of Wands, and we're now going backwards to the Five of Wands. So perhaps you've achieved this level of success, but perhaps, I don't know, maybe somewhere along the way, someone's nose is out of joint and they're not happy about this. Again, I don't know the context. I don't know how you got to this success, you know, what methods you used, what attitude you had going through it, but it seems there's some conflict here. And again, I don't know if it's just other people are jealous or put out that you succeeded and they didn't, or I don't know if you stepped on some toes to get there. But it seems, you know, I'll just say it. Charging ahead, doing things the way you've always done to get to the goal seems to have led to some strife. Okay, let's keep going. So the cross energies, and like I said, this might be the current problem or lesson or growth area that you're currently engaging with. We've got the Hanged Man. Okay. So maybe, yeah, maybe getting to this level of success, but then having this conflict is kind of put you to this point where you're like, all right, well, why is it that I work so hard, I achieve my goals, and then why are things falling apart? So maybe it's just given you, and the Hangman here is, no, it's the right way up. It's the right way up. I get confused because it's upside down, so is it inverted right way up? It's the right way up. So I guess, you know, having this conflict on the back of your success, maybe you're a bit taken aback and you're like, wait, what? Why is this happening? I've achieved all these awesome, wonderful things, so I don't know why everyone else is a bit pissed off about this. And so perhaps maybe it's just a bit of a rude shock, and it's forced you to maybe step back and like rethink about things. Maybe you are at this point where you're thinking about like, well, what did I do? How did I get here? How did I lead to this, conflict? So the Hangman is these moments where things kind of come to a grinding halt and get flipped on their head, and it forces you, or we could say more positively, it's an opportunity to reassess things and see things from a different perspective. So that's where we're currently at, the issue that we're looking at and trying to resolve. So let's look at what's sitting, what you're aware of, what's sitting in your conscious mind. And we've got, okay, it seems like it's causing you a great deal of distress. So, you know, the Nine of Swords, you can see this poor person here. They're just lying awake at night, can't sleep. Their mind is going into overdrive, replaying everything that's happened. It's inverted, which could mean a few things. It could mean perhaps you're not, could mean a blockage, that you're not allowing yourself to, I guess, reassess things. You're not looking at things from a different perspective. Maybe you are just stuck in these loops rather than trying to work your way out of it. So maybe there's a bit of avoidance here. Don't want to look at it. Don't want to think about it. Yeah. I might leave it there. I think that's my hunch at this point. I feel like maybe there's a bit of avoidance going on here. But it could also mean that you're really wanting to move away from this. You're like, I don't need this. I don't need this mental drain, this stress, this. Again, you're probably thinking, well, I worked hard. I was successful. What's everyone going on about? And you're like, I don't have time for this. I don't want to engage with this. But deep down, it is actually causing you a bit of turmoil, inner turmoil. So yeah, I would say maybe a bit of avoidance here, or denial, or just wanting to quash it, squash it and move on. But it looks like this isn't necessarily something you can just push aside at this point. All right, okay. So sitting in the unconscious, what's unknown, we've got... Okay, Three of Pentacles. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. So, I mean, over here we've got, this conflict going on. Three of Pentacles, this is all about teamwork, collaboration, everyone being on the same page towards the same goal, and it was upside down. So, I'm sorry if this is a bit of a hard message, but perhaps, and maybe it wasn't even your fault, but it seems like whatever group you're in, again, I don't know the context, maybe there's family, community, friends, work, whatever this context was, it looks like everyone wasn't on the same page. Perhaps people didn't feel included or like they could contribute, or perhaps, whatever the success was, maybe, people who put in work weren't acknowledged. So yeah, maybe this is what's going on underneath. Just for whatever reason, collaboration wasn't happening, and it's caused this turmoil. And perhaps, maybe, dare I say, maybe you just had your eye on the goal and the prize, and you're like, right, we're going to achieve it, we're going to get there, and, maybe everyone wasn't able to come along to reach the goal. Maybe the ends justified the means to an extent. Sorry, this is a little bit harsh. I don't mean to be harsh, but, it's just what I'm saying, that, teamwork and collaboration maybe didn't go so well in this situation. All right, how are we doing? I'm going to continue. So we'll just look at the advice. What can I say? So we've got the three of Cups here inverted. So we've got these two threes, both inverted. So while the Three of Pentacles is kind of about collaboration and working together, the Three of Cups is about celebrating together, just having fun. They're both about community. One's a bit more pragmatic and, working towards a goal. And the other one is just like, I guess letting your guard down, letting your hair down, having fun, celebrating. So, again, I don't know the context here, whether it was a relationship, work, but it seems just everything was about charging ahead to reach this goal. And, a bit of the fun and humanness looks like it was lost along the way. So, so this is sitting in the advice. So, with all this conflict going on, maybe it's just a matter of like letting some of the steam and pressure out of the situation and being like, all right, hey everyone, this hasn't gone so well. Let's just, tools down, whatever it is. Let's just talk it out, hash it out, have some fun, reconnect, put the goal aside, put achieving at all costs aside, and just hang out, reconnect. So that's sitting in the advice. Okay. External factors. This could be interesting. Maybe this will help give us some idea about the context. So we've got the Knight of Swords. So, and it's inverted. So the Knight of Swords, Knights are all about action. They're very action-oriented, and the Knight of Swords very much rushes in with an opinion. And, you know, it could be good, could be bad, but it's more about them just getting their thoughts and ideas out rather than them thinking about the context or what might happen when they share that opinion. It was upside down and sitting in external factors. So perhaps in whatever this situation was, maybe someone wasn't communicating. Maybe someone was holding back. I'm going to get a clarifier in this one. Let's see. Maybe there was some information you didn't have. Maybe... Let's find out. So we've got the Ten of Wands. Upside down. External factors. So someone was overburdened. Someone was taking on way too much and they didn't speak up about it. And I don't know who this is. This, again, external factors. So there's someone around you, someone on the team, or maybe the person you're in a relationship with, someone in your family, whatever the context, someone didn't speak up. They were very overburdened and they didn't speak up about it. So perhaps, you know, so you know, I was a bit harsh at the start saying that maybe you were charging ahead just for success at all cost. But, you know, if there was this Knight of Swords who didn't speak up, you know, that was a contributing factor as well. Maybe you weren't aware of just how much burden of responsibility they were taking on. So if you know who this person is, this Knight of Swords, maybe it's someone who you know has a strong opinion ordinarily, or maybe they're, you know, they're very certain in what they think. Maybe it's just a matter of pulling them aside and saying, hey, what's going on? You know, I can see that you're under a lot of pressure, under a lot of stress. Let's just talk and hash it out. What's going on? I can see there's a lot of tension here. I can see you're not coping. I can see there's something you want to say. So let's just go for a walk. Let's go grab a coffee. Let's just talk it out. What's going on? Okay. Yeah, this is an interesting situation. Okay, so let's look at hopes and fears. And we've got the Chariot. Well, that's kind of cool. Because we started here with the Six of Wands. And then we got into this stuck energy. And I can see you're just wanting to get back. Maybe this is a work reading. It kind of feels like it. Maybe you're just wanting to get back into your stride. You're like, you know, oh, there's all these things I want to achieve, or, you know, this team wants to achieve. And we're just stuck at the moment with all these problems going on. I just want to get back to it so we can all move ahead and move towards, you know, our targets and goals. So sitting in hopes and fears, because, you know, it's what you desire and want, but you're probably worried about, you know, delays and stagnation. So, yeah, that makes sense. All right, final outcome. Okay, Eight of Pentacles. Upside down. So Eight of Pentacles is about hard work. It's about really just, you know, putting in that grunt work. But it's also about training, learning, upgrading your skills through, you know, practicing, through through doing the work, you can progress your skills and sort of, so maybe this is about career progression. It was inverted. So maybe this comes back to this. Maybe for a time, being so focused on progress is going to go on hold, be on hold. You know, I mean, we started with the Hangman and this stuck energy. And like I said back at the start, it's not necessarily about stuck energy. It's about seeing things from a different perspective. So perhaps for a time, this progress and hard work isn't going to be the most important thing. Maybe it is going to be about getting everyone back on the same page and restoring that balance of the team so that we move away from all this conflict and move back towards, you know, collaboration, everyone being involved, everyone being able to contribute. And, you know, while you're desperately wanting this, maybe it's about doing it in a different way. Right back at the start, we had judgment inverted, where it's just doing things the way you've always done them. Whereas I think it's time to reflect and see, maybe there's a different way. Maybe rather than me just going straight to the goal, it is about fostering those connections with everyone else and getting everyone on board, making sure everyone feels valued and of use and can contribute. And then that's going to get not just you, but everyone into this position. Everyone, you know, achieving those heights, achieving those goals. Okay, that was interesting. I haven't really done a career reading in a while. Like most of the time, they end up about like romance and that sort of thing. It very much felt like a career reading. Doesn't have to be. It could be about community. It could be relational. You know, it could be about you and your partner, just the two of you working as a team. So take it however it resonates. And I hope that was helpful. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Bye.